Hello trader, and welcome to the weekly Forex forecast. Trading Forex is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Whatever's happened in the past does not need to happen in the future, and whatever trade plans you made last week might not work this week. This video does not contain any investment advice, it's only for educational purposes. As we're coming into this week, I really want us to emphasize on what really happened. We had the trade balance out of Australia that was worse than expected, sent the Aussie down. We had an employment change out of New Zealand, which was much better than expected. Then we had the BOE coming in with some slower bond purchases. That is also very important to look at, and also non-farm payrolls. Absolutely shocking news, shocking that it is. And also an employment rate out of Canada coming out of worse than expected. So is that the end of the Canadian dollar strength? I might think so. Coming into the DXY, we're expecting this one to reverse higher. That was a valid trade plan. We had the statistics with us, but just this time around, it wasn't with us as we wanted. We now have a lower low. I do remember saying I want us to buy dollar, but I'm not going to be stubborn, and I'm going to short it if it turns lower. We are late, I understand, but let's do our job. Then if we are going to sell, we at least have to find resistance. Resistance on the weekly, this is the monthly, so we're going down to 89.50. That's okay, that's fast. And now we have found the weekly. The target for the week was hit, and for the DXY I would look for either this resistance or this resistance. So let's go into Australian dollar, US dollar, and see what we can find there. Just to mention, on the COT report, as you can see, the dollar pairs was taking a bit more profit and short was taking profit, but both of them was taking profit. And as you can see, the trend is still tilted to the downside. So not the strength I wanted. Coming into the Australian dollar, US dollar, we have price at R1. We have the monthly target at 71 and the aggressive target at 79.70. We are now coming into a central pivot up to R2 situation, which is actually quite unusual. So if we now have this one going higher pretty fast, I will then expect this one to fall next, the second part of May. But so far, we're just going to follow the trend, do our job. Are we going to sell Australian dollar, US dollar now? No, not at all. We're not going to sell this one because it's not bearish. If you're going to buy this, okay, but then you need to find some support, either at 78 or at 75, 77.50, or at 4-hour 21, which would be somewhere around 78 or 77.80. I don't know which one it's going to be, but be prepared. Is this too high to buy? Yes, it is very too high to buy. So you need a pullback going up to 79.50. We have to have 50 pip stop loss. And also remember, if you have lost money this week now, I do feel for you, but also do remember that what happened this week was not what I wanted to happen. So we can then take our risk down, reconcile, let the market do what it does, and then come back to us. There is no need to chase the market. There's no need to follow the market if it's not going with you. So we shall do that. 50 pip stop loss or stop loss below 77.20. I hope that is okay with you. So let's go over to the COT report for Australian dollar. The Australian dollar, as you can see, a lot of shorts took profit, leading to Australian dollar bullishness. And as you can see from the trend, it is a uptick in May, which also happened last year, and then it starts to fall throughout May. We currently have an Australian bullishness, so we'll just go with it then. Coming in for euro, absolutely fantastic rise higher. Totally kicked me out. I am the first one to say that I was wrong. Second one to this one is, what are you going to do next? We're going to take, hopefully, price up from 21 and then higher, 21 or 2076. I also hope that the 4-hour 21 can help us a bit, and that would be around 21.20. So some of these prices will then be helpful in the rise higher. If this was just to turn higher, I always recommend that look out for the central of the month around 21. It seems to have a magnetic thing for the central, so even though it doesn't hit it, it still has a magnetic coming down to it. So yeah, be prepared for it to come down again. So continue higher up to 2260 and 50 pip stop loss as always. Then we are absolutely golden. 50 pip stop loss, good to go. Coming in for euro and the COT report, we have way more longs than shorts coming in. So we have both of them going into euro strength, dollar weakness, euro goes up. And the trend for euro dollar at the moment is actually up. So yeah, I made an order on pound for my retail, for my mentorship students, that we're not going to trade pound until it breaks 140. It still hasn't broken 140. You can look for trade plans back down to 39.30 if you don't want to trade that, but up to 141 is what we're looking for. But if you look at the COT report, there's a lot of buyers taking profit now. There's a lot of shorts coming in. So this is turning absolutely lower. So, and it's almost a new low. So all the gains that were done in April on the COT report is now lost. So up to 141, probably because of dollar weakness mostly, and the trend is kind of higher. But if it goes lower down to 37, I don't really care because I'm not trading it. And I really don't want you to do it either. But if you really have to, and you have to really trade it, you have to put in trades, okay, you can look for the bullish side. Congratulations. Pound yen is another one that was absolutely range bound this week, and it's a part of a bigger range. And what do we do in a range? We don't trade. I can't give a trade plan. I can give a trade plan maybe based upon on Tuesday or Monday or Wednesday, but right now I can't. But look for bullishness if you really want to. A break of 152.00 coming back down again on the 4-hour. Okay, cool. You can take it higher, but that's the only thing you're allowed to do right now. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. We are really coming into some really dollar bearishness. Great, take it higher. But I'm still down. If this one falls now, next week, we're going down, 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 down. Okay, I'll take it. So now I'm just going to, with the trend, small losses, small orders, not a lot, just scalping into the trend while I'm waiting for this one to fall, as was my plan for May. I might be wrong, but I'm not crucifying you for buying this one, and if you're doing it, you'll probably be the best trader in the world because you had an opinion. And you're right, market gave you the profits, didn't give me a profit, but okay. Going up to 73.77, an entry around 72.30, stop loss around 71.50. Ta-da! Well, sounds great, right? Coming into the COT report for New Zealand, we're currently profit taking on shorts, a bit more long, so this is actually a bit more bullish. Coming into the COT report, the trend is upwards. Okay, cool. Then there's nothing more for us to do than buying. USDCAD had hit target for the week. We are almost coming into the target for the month. And what do we do now? We are seeing bearishness in the unemployment rate. I don't know if this is going to change now, but what if it does? It has already fulfilled its purpose in 1 week. So maybe that's what needs to for this one to rise back up again. Who knows? But generally speaking, throughout this year, I believe this one should fall. So if it's downwards, okay, you're allowed to. I want it to go higher, and I bought it here, double bottom, higher high, higher low. I am proud of that. That could be a bright. And I will stop out somewhere here. Okay, that's where I wanted it to. So for me, it's a point in my book. I'm the world's greatest trader that week because I took my stop loss before it became too much. I entered at the prices I wanted. I entered at the risks I wanted, but the market didn't give me the profits. There's nothing more for me that I can do. But if you're looking for shorts next week, I think you can look into 21, 22, 22, 122, and 122.35. Until then, we shall see who wins. If you're looking for the upside, you need to have a full reversal, and you basically need to make a double bottom here, then there, and then you can continue higher. So right now, nothing for you to do, Bill. Coming into US oil, we have an upside. We are still upping. Until then, we're still upping. And we are then continuing the upside, looking for the upside at least to 76.70. The other thing to look out for is if it breaks 63, then you don't buy it anymore. Then you say bye-bye. So currently, good entry. Good place to take good place to find an entry, and then we should go higher. Do I think it's gonna fall? Yeah, but technically not now. So if you want it to fall, you have to break 63. Okay. Coming into silver, we have a higher high, just as gold. We have a buy price around 27, going higher up to around 28.50, give or take, a bit smaller than that, and then 27. What else? Use 1% risk. Don't risk more than you can afford to lose. And if you trade gold and silver and you lose 20%, you should stop it. That's my opinion only, by the way. Gold. We have almost hit the weekly target, no, monthly target of 1850. That was almost. We had Jasmine absolutely killing it yesterday. Boom. Happy for your profits, madam. I would then say coming down to central at around 12.18, that would be great, or 1800. Both of them are buy prices. Do remember that trading gold is risky and you might end up losing money anyways. So if you really want to, great. Up to 1876, that is your target, and then you might walk away after that. Other than that, there's no sell setups. For those who sold, I really need to have education lesson with you, because you cannot sell anything above 1800. If you sold in the 1700s area, you did not have the permission by my, because you did not have a lower low, lower high situation, and you sold a bullish trend. Coming into the COT report, both of them are taking profits, so nothing much. I'm going to be live tomorrow at 19:30 GMT plus 2, 19:30 in the evening, at 1:30 if you are in America, PM. Until then, have a nice day and good luck. Which video do you want to see next? This one or this one?